Hello, and welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy and the continuing tale of Phoenix Prince. So, um, today we are going to, as I said from the previous episode, get back on the path and do Charles Rookwood's trial. As it so happened, we did actually get we got not only we got the lost child from Natty in the previous episode, but just as after I ended that episode, we also got on the shadow of the study. I did actually complete the actual moonstones. So I did actually speak to Charles Pemberton. So I'm just going to end this quest quickly with Gladwin Moon before we speak to Charles Rookwood down in the actual map room. But I thought what we'll do is we'll actually do Natty's quest first.
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demiguise statues. It was a classmate of yours that you bullied, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails Piers.
I don't think he likes being called that.
Of course he does. Oh, he had such flowing locks, and we used to laugh about them. I laughed the hardest of all. Clever, clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. I must go and congratulate him. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old pigtails. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm going to go and pay a visit to my old friend.
Okay, well, I'm not going to go behind the dynamics of that. But it did get us to this point, so... Right, so let's go down to the map room then. Or the map chamber. Right, so just a quick update as well. I did put in my most recent Hogwarts mystery about the poor quality and the time-limited side quest. So just to bring you up to scratch with that, I was in a position where I could actually upgrade my mobile phone to a new phone this week, or last week I should say. So I've got a new phone already, and it's performing, touch wood, a lot better than the current or the previous one I had, and hopefully that will remain the case. So hopefully you will see better quality improvements on the Hogwarts mystery games going forward, and hopefully as well I'll now get my finger pulled out in terms of the Animal Crossing Pocket Camp as well, because I did say that I would get back to doing that as well. So, and also just to let you know that as of tomorrow, because I'm recording this on Sunday the 6th of April, so it will be today, because I will actually be putting this out on the 7th, April the 7th. I will be back at work. So you're probably going to see a bit more intermittent days of these coming out. I do work part-time, so hopefully it shouldn't affect it too much, but I'm trying to get a patented solution to getting games out going forward. So when I've got that plan sorted out, I will try and update you on that via the actual via a message on YouTube itself. So keep an eye out for that. And I am working with my sister on trying to get the Discord sorted out as well. So keep an eye out for that as well. Okay, so let's get to this.
You would be wise not to underestimate this student. Their aptitude for magic is beyond anything I've ever seen, and I've been teaching a long time.
It is a joy to have such a student.
It can be.
There you are.
Hello, Professor Fig.
I received your owl. I was able to speak with Lodgok, the goblin I mentioned before.
What did you learn?
He and Ranrock were close once, but they had a falling out.
You believe he can be trusted?
I believe he's trustworthy, yes. He seemed sincere, and Sirona Ryan trusts him.
Very well. Supposing he can be trusted, will he help us get to Ranrock?
I retrieved a stolen helm. He hopes to return to Ranrock in order to regain his confidence.
You have been busy. Let's hope your efforts result in our learning something about Ranrock's plans.
Lodgok did mention that Ranrock is searching for something, but he couldn't say what. Perhaps that helm will yield some answers.
Ranrock is searching for something. I feared as much. I've heard an unusual amount of activity, goblins and wizards, I surmise, when visiting my portrait at my castle.
Rookwood Castle.
My former residence, yes. That castle is also the location of your next trial.
You didn't see anything? Speak with anyone?
I did not. In fact, I did not make myself known. I only recently returned there and did not recognize nor trust anyone that I heard. I stayed out of sight so as not to tempt my portrait's destruction.
I'm sorry to tell you that Victor Rookwood, evidently your descendant, is a dark wizard in league with Ranrock.
My descendant? A dark wizard? I'm afraid we've no time to waste. Despite the obstacles that clearly await you, you must get to Rookwood Castle immediately. Not only is it the location of the next trial, it is home to a source of power that would be devastating in the wrong hands. I do wish we had the luxury of time. However, I do not doubt your abilities. Find my portrait there as soon as you can.
Very well, sir. I'm on my way.
Best of luck.
No time to waste. I'll meet you at Rookwood Castle.
Okay, so we have our... Well, we knew what the next destination was, to be fair. So obviously that will be... So that's the Hall of Herodiana side quests. This will be in the Shadow of the Study. So we actually need just the world map, to be honest.
Revelio.
It's exhausting. Standing here all day waiting to do Rookwood's work for us. its own battles. Bring me a dozen shoes.
Over here!
Do you know what? Let me just
What's going on here?
Professor Rookwood was right. The place is crawling with Victor Rookwood's lot and Ranrock's loyalists. They're working together all right, but it is not a friendly alliance. I'm sure you'll agree that we need to find a way in other than the front gate. Let's go.
no, that's the wrong one. I should put you out of your misery.
I deserve better than patrol duty.
Oh, I didn't go to sell off some stuff. Right, I know we're probably going to get caught out in this, so just in case I have to end up go guns blazing, so to speak.
Absurd, isn't it? Ranrock wants us to find the child. But which child?
We could take every child we find to Ranrock. Eventually, we may get the right one.
Tell us.
Well, sad to say, I found you instead.
Revelio.
I'm sure there's supposed to be, could be wrong, mind you. Oh, so yeah, it's on the inside.
You can't stop Ranrock's rebellion! If only Ranrock were here to see this!
Expelliarmus.
I shall have been justice!
Expelliarmus.
Up there. That's our way in.
What was he saying about
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Ranrock seeing this rebellion? Or, I mean, not seeing this rebellion, to see this moment. I mean, this is blatantly, you know, if anybody was standing there, talk about make myself obvious that I'm here.
If I'd known your plan was to dig up half the
I
country.
wouldn't have to dig if you could simply manage to bring me the child.
We wouldn't need the child if you hadn't sent a dragon to retrieve the container I spent months and countless ministry favors tracking.
You let them board the carriage. My options were limited once I knew it would be inconveniently beyond my reach at that infernal school.
Have you not acquired enough power here? I allowed you to tunnel under my family home.
Allowed me? You are here only because you are descended from a keeper and may at some point inadvertently become valuable. We had an agreement. I will share with you the power that I discovered if you locate the stores of magic that are yet to be found. So, unless you want another demonstration of my power, a power that you one day hope to wield, bring me the child.
If only they knew that I was just standing here.
We already knew they were after you, but now we know they're digging for stores of magic.
And Ranrock knows about the Keepers.
Yes, I caught that too. Professor Rookwood said that you'd understand more once you complete the next trial.
Let's get into that castle.
Let's just go into this. What's it? Because I know that.
Any special words you want me to pass on to your mum? Might want to look up. Expelliarmus. Stupid win. Such arrogance.
Up with it and lying, are we?
I was right.
Enjoy this. Trying to teach someone, are you?
I'll make you wish you were back at school.
I won't rest.
Incendio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Stupid.
No!
Oh, what's the light on?
Stupid. Expelliarmus.
You little brat.
Where are they?
Expelliarmus. Accio. Incendio. Revelio.
Right. Okay.
Revelio.
So I think the other so I think once we've completed this trial, because you can see there's an infamous foe mark here. So the second in command to, I think it's second in command to Ranrock gets located here. So the one basically that I think was with him when he was at Gringotts when you start the So you think these pieces of paper would be pick-upable because they might have had important information on them. Break the glass that was there, clearly in there.
I suppose that's the quick way down.
So, canonically speaking,
Confringo! Is there something to those symbols on the walls?
There is. I've seen symbols like these before. I need to find all of them, then cast at them quickly in succession.
in the 6th year, obviously, which would be the next, hopefully, providing they still do it in the next game, and stick to the 6th year, they should start the actual learning process for apparition, because I think it's in the 7th year, if I remember rightly, that you actually get the final test. So I think it's only towards like the end of the actual 6th form of Hogwarts that you start learning to do it, and then in the 7th you, I believe, you finally get the so, I mean, obviously,
Goblin tracks. They're a step ahead of us. Let's see where they lead.
Revelio.
but I believe that you have to do it outside of Hogwarts, because obviously there are charms in place in Hogwarts that you can't. Obviously, you can't do.
This must be it. The store of magic and the source of Ranrock's power.
It looks empty. If they've taken all of it, why are they still here?
Ranrock said there's more to be found, and if he's right about that, it may or may not be located here. Wherever it is, we need to find it before they do. Where is that portrait?
I don't know why they could not have figured it out at this point that it was going to be at Hogwarts. I mean, he actually said himself that Hogwarts was a protector of ancient magic, so
Revelio.
and you know, seeing this, I don't know how, haven't seen something recently suggested to me how somebody could defend Isadora being the good person and the Keepers being evil. I don't get it. Using your magical abilities to take people's emotions away is wrong.
Revelio.
I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, it's their right to argue their case that they think.
I heard something. I was hoping that was you.
I mean, it's their right to argue the case that, you know, they think that the Keepers were the evil ones, but at the same time, I don't understand the logic why you think that what Isadora was morally right either.
Professor Rookwood, the goblins and dark wizards who've overrun your castle are digging for stores of magic and have broken open some sort of container.
No. Things are more dire than I could have imagined. If, as you told Percival, a goblin in his vault was wielding a powerful magic, then they have somehow learned. It cannot be.
And sir, they know you were a keeper. Ranrock used the term.
This makes no sense. How did... We shall discuss this later. Right now, you must complete the next trial.
Just tell me where I need to go.
The power you stand to wield must first be fully understood. The trials will ensure that. Power without knowledge is dangerous indeed. In the wrong hands, we will simply have to outwit Ranrock and my unfortunate namesake.
Very well, Professor. Tell me where I need to go.
I shall reveal the path. Professor Fig must leave you now.
join you if I could. I shall await your arrival in the map chamber.
Technically, well, he probably would have operated outside, probably Hogwarts.
Revelio.
I always kind of feel like when you go here, there should be something here, but
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
yeah, that should be sufficient.
Revelio.
Right, okay, so
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. That pillar is blocking the path. I'll need to move it.
why is that, to admit that's the first time we've actually done that on the first go.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay. Right, so let's put this on.
Expelliarmus!
Don't know exactly why it hit the wrong person there.
I believe I need to proceed to the left here, but how?
Oh, well, this is one I'll never get right.
Expelliarmus! There's a pillar here and a ledge here to travel to. Expelliarmus!
Right, okay, so to say this is where I'll never get it right now.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium... Hitting those marks readjusts the archways. Perhaps there's a way forward from the other side of this one.
So well, I'm just thinking maybe I didn't need to have done anything there. See what I mean?
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Is it possible to pull one of those blocks through the archway?
Well, I just did it, but I've got a sneaking suspicion that
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. After pulling the block out through the archway, I can place it where it can be climbed on while on the other side of the archway. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Right, so if I go through here, technically it should now... There we go. No, it's not. Right, so... There we go. Let's go back through this way. Oh, goodness sake.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Right, now I think I've got it. Oh. I don't normally take this long to get it. Come on in.
Expelliarmus. Revelio. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Right, I think we're getting close to the end now. Yep, we are. It's taken me nearly, well, it's taken me 40 minutes just to get to this point. Sorry about that. Ooh. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to get to do Natty's one today. So the next episode, it's going to be in the shadow of the study, and the lost child, I think.
What a relief.
Right.
Revelio.
Okay, so this whole trial has, or this whole episode has been Charles Rookwood's trial. Apologise for that. I hope to get Natty's one in, but doesn't matter. We'll get that done in the next episode, along with the shadow of the study. While this is just quickly doing, I'm going to have a quick drink.
Must say I'm curious to hear of Isadora's travels.
Do come in. Please, have a seat.
Isadora, we are all most intrigued to hear.
We're ready. I've something to show you. Father, these are my colleagues from Hogwarts. Father hasn't spoken since my brother died. On my travels, I confirmed that which I've always believed. That we have the power to take away pain.
Isadora. What have you done?
I took his pain.
This is uncharted magic, Isadora. You can only see what has been sealed in the jar, and we do not know what power that may hold. But the traces of that magic are different from what I've seen before.
Thank you.
Revelio.
You're back.
And in one piece, no less. It is good to see you again.
Professor Rookwood told me about what happened at Rookwood Castle.
In light of the dire circumstances in which we find ourselves, it is most fortunate that someone so competent is following this path.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep the second artifact safe as you've advised.
Good. Are you ready to move on?
I'm ready for whatever comes next.
In that case, introductions are in order.
Allow me to introduce former Hogwarts headmistress, Neve Fitzgerald.
How do you do? I must say that I was not entirely surprised to learn that a student had been completing the trials. I've always believed Hogwarts students capable of anything they set their minds to.
Thank you, Professor. It's a pleasure to meet you as well.
I am certain that you are more than capable of completing my trial. However, I must first, how shall I say, prepare the location of your next trial.
We trust your judgment, Professor Fitzgerald. You should know better than anyone how to manage the inconvenience of, well...
A vainglorious and exasperating headmaster? Indeed I should. I shall confirm that everything is in order immediately.
Of course. Professor Fitzgerald needs some time to clear the way forward. Until then, you should continue to hone your magic. If you learn more about Ranrock and Victor Rookwood's activities in the meantime, please let us know.
Very well, Professor. I know. Continue to hone my magic.
You do learn quickly. Hopefully you will soon hear from Lodgok as well, and we shall learn how he fared with the helmet you retrieved. Well done today, as always. We shall speak again soon.
So, because now we're entering the winter period, as we've now just entered the spring period here in most parts, Right, well, we should probably get a load of
Thank you for your persistence and cleverness. I confronted Piers about it, and he confessed straight away, the old rascal. We've agreed to let bygones be bygones. Don't forget to say hello the next time you're in the Three Broomsticks. Thrilled to be back there again.
Natty told me about your run-in with the poachers. I have some news about them as well. Can you meet me soon? I fear that some of what I uncovered has to do with you.
When you have a moment, please stop by the Room of Requirement. Deke mentioned you might be interested in learning how to breed beasts.
I find it amazing that Deke seems to be the one.
Asked to teach you the exploding charm, Bombarda. Once you have completed the tasks I've set forth, speak to me after class.
Yeah, I find it intriguing that Deke is the one teaching us the things that the actual professors should be teaching us. Not that I'm complaining, because I do love Deke quite a lot. He's quite a very intriguing character with a great backstory. So, yeah, he's a very interesting character. Anyway, so in the next episode, we will concentrate on In the Shadow of the Study, The Lost Child. Hopefully, if we have enough time, we'll also get Fire and Vice done as well, because that will start the side storylines with Poppy Sweeting as well. Again, these are all essential to the main storylines that we have. The breeding thing I'm not going to do obviously on this because it's not really essential to do with the storyline as such. This one should be quite a bit of a short area to do in many respects. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you are still enjoying this series and the Tales of Phoenix Prince. There has been much discussion about, obviously online, about the Director's Edition and the DLC for Hogwarts Legacy. And the thing about that is, and I will probably do a separate video for this, is that I never believed outright that there was an actual thing for it, if you know what I mean. I know Jason Schreier is said to be somebody that has a lot of insider information out there, but the thing is that the way I viewed it is unless Avalanche Software or Warner Brothers themselves actually confirmed it, which they never have, I never got myself hyped up over the idea that this was actually happening. So to see quite a few people getting somewhat emotional about it was a bit well, not sad as such, but just kind of don't get there's nothing to say that it is not actually still not going to happen. And as I kind of reminded one content creator that, in your own words, you did actually say that, unless we do not get official confirmation from Avalanche or Warner Brothers themselves by September, then we know that it's definitely not going to happen. and as I also kind of reminded another couple of content creators that were going on about the fact that a lot of gaming, online gaming journalists and Bloomberg, who were Jason Schreier was reporting it for, were just recently lost funding, and that were desperately looking for ways to make money. Just so happens that Hogwarts Legacy is a game that is enough to get some attention to make money. Suddenly them starts making money. I know this is probably going to, possibly get me some comments, but just bear in mind that if I do get some hateful comments, they will be deleted, and potentially get you banned as well, because I'm not trying to make this political. I'm just pointing out some facts, of what's going on. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Hogwarts Legacy. And there will be obviously some Disney Dulite Valley decoration episodes coming up soon as well, before we get the update of Alice in Wonderland as well, coming up in the next 3 weeks, I believe. 2 weeks, because the Star Path ends on the 16th, so we should be getting Alice in Wonderland in the next 2 weeks. So yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye for now. Hope you enjoy what's left of your weekend, or what was left of the week, your weekend. As I said, I'm going to post this today on the 7th. Goodbye for now, and happy gaming.